There's a moment in every sales call where the buyer just stops listening to math and they start listening to fear. You can literally feel the shift happen. And that shift is exactly what prospect theory predicts. Let me show you using a Spider-Man story that explains the psychology perfectly. Imagine you're Spider-Man, perched on the edge of a skyscraper in Manhattan. Wind whipping past you, sirens echoing in the distance. You're tracking a runaway armored truck, barreling down Fifth Avenue. Two possible moves, two different risks, both happening in real time. Option one, you web swing straight after the truck, high speed, high danger. But if you pull it off, you stop the truck and nobody gets hurt. Call it the gain frame. Even though it's risky, the upside is massive. Option two, you stick to the building, stay safe, call for backup, let somebody else deal with it. Low personal risk, but you know deep down, people are gonna get hurt if you don't act. Call that the loss frame. Here's where prospect theory comes alive. When humans face the possible gain, they suddenly become risk averse. Even Spider-Man hesitates. What if I miss the swing? What if I splatter myself on a billboard? What if there's another way? Even though the upside is huge, the fear of messing up could make him cling to safety. But when humans face possible loss, they become risk-seeking. They will take a wild gamble to avoid guaranteed pain. So now, imagine that armored truck swerves and you see someone in the crosswalk about to get hit. This isn't the upside frame anymore. See, this is pure loss. And suddenly, the same swing you were afraid of a moment ago, that becomes the swing you have to take. That part is scientifically real. Prospect theory shows that people are twice as sensitive to losses as they are to gains. Meaning, losing $100 hurts twice as bad as winning the $100 feels good. When a buyer senses loss, their whole decision-making flips into a completely different mode. I know what you're thinking. Okay, what does this mean when my customer says they want to think about it? Does this explain buyer paralysis? And how do I use this without manipulating people? Let's break it down. Your buyer has two frames in every decision, a gain frame and a loss frame. In the gain frame, the buyer thinks, if we buy this solution, life will improve. Better workflow, lower bills, more revenue, less stress, less risk. But in this frame, because the upside is potential, they become risk averse. They start overthinking. They stall. They say the magic phrase, let me think about it. Because their brain is evaluating the upside through fear. Now flip it in the loss frame. The buyer thinks, if we don't fix this, we lose. We fall behind. We pay more later. We stay exposed. We keep suffering the same pain. And suddenly, they're willing to take the swing. Not recklessly, not blindly, but decisively. This is the power of prospect theory. People don't choose the option with the best outcome. They choose the option that feels like it protects them from the most painful loss. So here's how you see this like a strategic closer instead of a desperate persuader. Step one, stop selling the upside first. Upside lives in the gain frame. Buyers stall in the gain frame. Step two, get the buyer to articulate the cost of doing nothing. Not you explaining it, them saying it out loud. Because the moment they name the loss, their brain flips frames. Step three, when they're in the loss frame, you're not fear-mongering. You're revealing the truth that they have been avoiding. Just like Spider-Man seeing the person in the crosswalk, the danger was already there. Now it's just finally visible. Step 4, present your solution not as the best deal, but as the swing that avoids the worst outcomes. That's how real decision making works. That's how humans are wired, and that's why prospect theory won a Nobel Prize. And step 5, end on clarity, end with conviction, end with a grounded path forward, because buyers commit when the loss is clear. And the next step is super simple. So the next time your buyer hesitates, remember the skyscraper, the wind, the runaway truck, the impossible choice, and the moment that Spider-Man realizes hesitation is the danger. People don't move towards the best upside. They move away from the worst loss. And when you understand that, you stop selling products and you start protecting people from their own future.